Hello guys, and welcome to another Once Human video. Today we're going to be talking about some tips and tricks for beginning players. Firstly, whenever you're a beginning player, combat is pretty simple, but you just go over here, you can spray them down, it does fine. But what you want to do is aim for the head always to get the weak point damage like that. But since I'm in a lower area and I have higher guns, let's do this. See if we can get one. Whenever you get an orange, that is a crit. Those can happen on your weak point damage as well, so whenever you get a weak point crit, it does a lot of damage to the enemies, guys. So make sure to always do that. Each weak point for enemies can be different. Some of the other ones, like the buds and stuff, also have explosive barrels. Ugh. And then we got fun ones like that, too, where the elite enemies can spawn. But as this is a good example, you didn't do the weak points that are on his legs right there. They break whenever you hit them, though. And as you see, he should be dead soon. But guys, as you see like that, the weak points are what the main way you're going to do them. You want to hit them in their weak point. Guys, the second tip is to make sure to unlock these teleportation towers. They're the only way to move around. The issue is you cannot teleport from anywhere in the game. You have to teleport from either a teleportation tower or from your base. So we travel up to here to my base right now. There are also teleportation towers at each major city that you can also unlock, and you have to go back there multiple times during quest lines. So you want those. There is a cooldown, however, on the teleportation, but it's to your base and stuff and to towers mainly. But you cannot teleport back to your base nonstop. It's on a 10-minute cooldown to make you use the cars and other things in the game. So as you see, we can teleport to Greywater Camp, one of the later cities. But guys, it's pretty simple. Let's get on to tip 3. Guys, another big tip that I'd like to talk about is with these type of things right here. They're suicide ones. There's ones where the Vulture gain, but make sure if they get close to you to either dodge like that or shoot them before they get to you. Some of them leave pools like this. Make sure to not stand in it at all. And also, this one right here can spawn them in. Make sure you can kill them while they're down there. And also dodge attacks like that, like going behind cover. Or just actually dodging before it hits you. Some of them have tracking though, but they also have a distance and fall off to them. So if you stay out of their area, you will not be hit by some of them as well. But guys, let's get to the next part of the video about how to farm resources or target farm specific resources. Guys, the next tip for farming is one where you should target farm. Right now, I'm in a hospital. You'd normally find a lot of activators, antibiotics for making activators, among other stuff in here. Look around and you can see what junk is available. You want to be looking for medical bads specifically if you're doing antibiotic farms, or these that's on this wall right here. Open that up, and then you see we got an activator and some antibiotic. Look for those. You go around, search the medical beds. This is a smaller hospital, so it's not going to have much. Oh, we opened one over there earlier, but we can go upstairs and check if there's more. Most of these just have the zombie-like characters in them though. We can go through really quickly. So we got another emergency medkit right there. We got some activator and a bunch of antibiotic as well. This is one of the spots I'd say to farm, especially if you're looking for activators these, so let's go for another farming. Another gathering tip is whenever you're going for something to drink, you can make fruit tea real easily if you come down to a river like this. Where I live is over there, my friend lives here. We just gather up a bunch of these. Gather up any of these flowers, and then you gather up a bunch of water, but we'll go down the river gathering more. Also find deviated stuff quite frequently down near the river as well, like this corn. You can pick it up. That can sell for a lot, or you can wait for it to pretty much work. You just go down through the water and get a lot of this stuff as well. These can be used for different herb things to make medicine as a supplement for activators. Or you can build these teas that we're about to show off. The fruit water tea. It's using flowers and stuff. And we'll show that off in 1 second. Another tip, guys, is with blueprints. You get little frads right here as you see filling these up. You have to go into any of your blueprints down here to get them. As you can see, you can also details, click them, and then also use frads to level up to increase the calibration level on your stuff to enhance it so it does more damage. Like the shotgun has been enhanced 3 times, so it's higher than the base one would be whenever you have it as well. Same thing to be said with your revolver. You also get given these as quest rewards throughout the game. But let's look at armor. So I have what I want to wear right now personally is the heavy duty set. I have 4 pieces of it, being the helmet, mask, torso, pants. But I don't have the gloves and the thing, because why? I want a different armor set bonus, because you're only allowed a armor set bonus up to 4 right now. There is not 5 or anything, so you want to do another different armor set, either being like how this hot dot shorts is just a key effect bonus. These are just bonus effects on your thing. They do not have armor sets, they're just a higher effect bonus. I could either use some agent, or I can use the ones that I have, or I can updo the Falcon set, which I got some frads for, and unlock the gloves, since I don't have them, to get that rolling stamina cost down. I can also see if I have it for the boots, since I don't have those as well, and I don't want to use these that much. I can go in here, get the boots unlocked, and I can check if I have any more of those unlockables for it, and I do not. So I have used those blueprint frads on 2 pieces for the armor sets that I don't have. Make sure to use that and be conscious of like which ones you get, because otherwise you might have to go to the wish machine to get the other parts that you'd want if you want the full armor set. One of the other best parts of the game, guys, is over here with those flowers we gathered earlier. Craft up a bunch of boiled water if you haven't already. And then you get this fruit tea right here. It's really good early on. You can get it as soon as you did the electric stove, I think, or earlier. I can't remember right now. I just have to check my Madits. But sanity it gives you, so you don't have to do the gummies anymore over here. These give you more, but these also give you a decent amount of hydration and sanity reduction at the same time, so you can get pretty much 2 birds with 1 stone. It just takes one of those flowers and either a pure water or boiled water down here. So show that off. Put it in, and I could craft 13 of them right there. Have it going. We also got beets from there, and also you get the meat from killing all that stuff down there as well. It is pretty good to just run across the rivers to do them for farming food, but also if you want to farm food, the other best places to go for it are like down here. Is one of them. I go down here. Not Thurville. Dane. Yeah, one of them is like High Beets. You can also go to any of the Deadsville or things. They have Beets, a lot of farming thing there, and they also have teleportations right in them, so you can just go directly to the city. Those are good places to farm. You can hit grocery marts. Any of the sort of market stall areas are good. Any of the farming areas are good to hit for food. You want to do the basic areas overall. Head up more, and those are generally how like you get stuff in the game, guys. But now let's move on to Deviants. Deviants are over here stored in these little containers, as you can see. You can have up to 20 of them if you're maxed out in your mematics screen. I think at the start you're only allowed up to 5 in the base. But you're allowed to go over here and choose which ones you want. You got different categories, being territory, combat, and then pretty much crafting ones, which I have one over here, being the space turner, that goes over here and drops a resource over time that you can go over to your supply bench and craft stuff like the space twister, which can summon your teammate over to you, allowing any time so they don't have to use a teleportation or any energy link to get to you, so it's pretty decent for that. But that's the basic of what type of deviations there are. The combat ones are also broken up in specific abilities, with like the mini feaster over here being able to target enemies, and also summon a tentacle instead of how the butterfly sort of just swarms the enemy and surrounds it nonstop and dealing consistent damage. This one summons tentacles further away and marks the enemy, so you have increased weak point damage. Each tentacle this one also has up on the battlefield at time gives you some weapon damage increase by 17% to up to 70%. The other ones are also territory or split up between resource gatherers and ones that help you either craft or buff a certain item in your thing. Like this one right here, the cat buffs the bed for you, so you get your more health and less sanity gets more sanity gets removed off of your bar, being that blue bar in the bottom is your sanity. So guys, let's talk a little bit more about deviations. You head over here. They also got skill ratings and activity ratings. These can be increased, as you see in this Chephosaurus has a skill rating of 2. That means its skill will be more better, so he'll be able to craft and help you craft your food faster. It's the same thing with combat ones, they also have them as well, but it's like this paper figure has an activity rating too, so it also doesn't drain as much power, so it can stay out longer. You want a combat one that has that, so you can actually have it out there for a longer time, like this Butterfly Emissary. But guys, let's move on to the last portion of this video. The last portion of this video I want to talk about is mematics and the cradle overall. The cradle has abilities that you can unlock, and you can put little specifications here to increase combat abilities as this one. You can change these without even using a material, so it's pretty easy overall, these ones. So I just go down here and also do it, but it's pretty easy to use these ones. It's a sort of pain though, because you sort of can't scroll down this though, which is annoying. For the mematics, you also got over here, you got these that you can use. These are specifications that you can go down certain paths, being either sort of like for your base, increasing like your either production capabilities or the health of your base for the defense waves that we're going to talk about in a future video. Your farming, your mechanics, so whenever you do like building in there, or prospecting, which is something that I'd recommend personally if you're farming the game a lot, because it allows you to gather or get more resources faster, and also gives you unique crafting that allows you to increase your furnace, create a solar drill, or get more yield from mining too, so it's really good in my opinion. The solar drill specifically is the reason I'd say Prospector is probably one of the better ones to go down. You can buy it off of people. These are not locked behind you, so you can choose the more combat-oriented ones or the ones that are more about tinkering, so making stuff like making better throwing knives and things that are down those. Either of those are good, but the issue is if you want to reset these, it is expensive because you get this material down here to reset once a week. I don't have one because I've reset 2 of mine off of different things to get higher levels in prospecting. But you get them from your weeklies over here. And the Musuto Marts thing, you head here, and you get one per week for completing the challenges all the way up in it. But that's something we'll also talk about in a next video, guys. But this is the end of this video. If you have any more tips or tricks that you would like for other people to know, make sure to leave them in the comments below. And if this was a good video, make sure to like and subscribe. I'll be seeing you guys later. Bye.